Star Wars has been struggling, that's no surprise. Kathleen Kennedy might be on the way out, who knows? Favreau could be taking over, Filoni behind the reins. Can they win? Well, there's one thing that's on the brain of Star Wars' most prolific author, Timothy Zahn, the creator of Thrawn. He's now saying to us exclusively, he hopes the Disney higher-ups don't screw up his creation. Hello, folks. Welcome back to the Pro Channel, where we, as ever, endeavor to explain entertainment, keep you ahead of the culture curve, and we do so with a smile on our face. Coming to you every single day, 3 times a day, from somewhere sunny USA, and the hurricanes do not change our weather, because, folks, we always have a sunny demeanor. Someone who is bringing the heat each and every day. Heat index is high. It's Derek Anderson. We're happy to have you back, sir. How are you?
Doing great, Pro. Doing great as always. Thanks for bringing me back. You know I love coming on. Let's talk about Timothy Zahn. What's going on?
Oh, well, guess what, Derek? You actually spoke with Timothy Zahn at the ICCC convention in Nashville, Tennessee. And Timothy Zahn, of course, is a very famous author of Star Wars. More famous, I think, than most people know him. We'll get to that in just a moment, why he is so important to this franchise. But Derek, give us your impression of the ICCC. What was going on there? Because we had that Park Place reporters there, but you were there as well. What did you think of it? And what was your impression meeting Timothy Zahn?
Whoa, man, the ICC Con is a phenomenal event. Had a great time. Plenty of people. It's merchandise and memorabilia everywhere. You're walking up right next to the stars that you know, or the authors like Timothy Zahn. Had a great conversation with him. Actually met the guy, Ron Rudat, who created 140 plus G.I. Joe designs, and got a chance to talk to that guy and talk about, how he came up with those characters. I thought that was a lot of fun. Of course, there's the great Billy D. Williams. He was in attendance. Warwick Davis was in attendance. I got to talk to Timothy Zahn about the writing process that he goes through, since I'm an author as well. I just wanted to pick his brain. It was a phenomenal conversation. The man is just an amazing writer, and he's super generous with his time. And yeah, the beautiful thing about ICON or ICC Con is you're just walking up and the people are just everywhere. There's Star Wars fans everywhere, people in cosplay. Everybody's buying memorabilia and merchandise, some authentic figures, things are priced in the, hundreds and thousands of dollars, but everything feels so fan oriented. It's about the people. It's about the fans. Dennis Lawson is right there. He's having a conversation with the fan, and you can just listen in on that conversation, and it's wonderful. Or you can meet other characters and stars. It's such a great event, and I think more conventions need to be like Icon. I think that it is a phenomenal, amazing convention, and it feels down to earth because it's for fans and it's by the fans. It's not corporate. You don't have the feeling of Disney and big Hollywood. Just it's that's that kind of feeling, you know what I'm saying? Where it's just like, it just feels like it's a little too corporate. No, this feels very at home, at ease. So yeah, I had a blast, man. And I can't wait to go back next year. Got to hang out with the Echo Base family. First time meeting Coach, first time meeting Nick, first time meeting Rissman. That was a blast. All of the Echo Base family members. It was such a wonderful event. And I'm looking forward to going back again next year.
Well, speaking of the icon, as you call it, ICCC as it's sometimes referred, this comes out of that convention, and that is that Park Place reporters were able to get some time with Timothy Zahn to get his thoughts on Ahsoka, Thrawn, and everything going on with Favreau and Filoni, because Timothy Zahn is the man who created Thrawn. Here's the exclusive out of thatparkplace.com. Star Wars author and Thrawn creator Timothy Zahn hopes Disney higher-ups don't ruin his creation. Folks, we'll skip this part here where it tells us who Timothy Zahn is. You just know that he is an amazing author, probably the best in the history of Star Wars in terms of novels. It says, at a recent fan convention in Nashville, Tennessee, that Park Place caught up with Zahn to ask him his opinion on modern Star Wars. Unfortunately, at this time, Disney has not been in contact with Zahn regarding even consultation for the films, nor for Season 2 of Ahsoka. Zahn expressed to our reporters that while a consultation credit would be wonderful, his dream is for Lucasfilm to offer him a cameo role in one of the movies, and we hope he gets that. He has definitely earned it. Continuing on, when pressed on the character of Thrawn and how he is portrayed in the movies, Timothy Zahn was more concerned. When asked about current Lucasfilm leadership and their ability to deliver on the character as he was formed in the novels, he has this to say. He said, "I trust Filoni to get it right. He's read the books. He cares about the characters. He gets it. I think he'll do it right. We'll see how they do with the next Ahsoka season. There's a good group over there at Lucasfilm. Pablo Doggo comes at it from a game's point of view, but he knows the characters too. I just hope the Disney higher-ups don't ruin it." When we reminded Mr. Zahn that there aren't many people above Dave Filoni anymore at Lucasfilm and Disney, he smiled and replied, "And that's a good thing." Now, Derek, I probably have a different assessment of Pablo Hidalgo than Timothy Zahn does. I probably have, after Ahsoka Season 1, far less belief in what Dave Filoni can do, but I do find it interesting that they have not consulted with him, because we believe that there's a Thrawn movie trilogy in development and on the way. We think the Mandalorian movie is the beginning of it. He's not been consulted. They're not asking him how to write this character. They're not seeking out his opinion on it. And he's worried that the Disney higher-ups might screw it up. By the way, above Dave Filoni, who is there? Well, technically, Kathleen Kennedy is above. Then you've got Alan Bergman. On the Disney Plus side of things, you've got Dana Walden, but really Bergman's the one over the movies. And then Bob Iger. There's really very little over the top. Yet still, Timothy Zahn is quite worried about Disney mucking up his character. Derek, what do you think about all of this?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think they've already kind of mucked them up. I mean, to be very honest with you, I don't think that the Thrawn that we got in Timothy Zahn's novels is even comparable to the Thrawn that we've gotten out of Rebels or out of Ahsoka. I think that Thrawn is a far more intelligent character, far more genius in terms of his in terms of the way that he goes about his business. And they haven't really captured Thrawn very well at all. There's a saying that
he wasn't very tactical, wise, smart, intelligent, or any of that in the
and none of that. He was a numbskull. And that's the thing. You can't write a character that's smarter than yourself. So think about that. If Dave Filoni is not on the same level of a writer as Timothy Zahn, Dave Filoni cannot pull off Thrawn. That's
why he should be a consultant, Derek.
Well, you would think that they would bring in the creator of the character, especially if they want to go so hard in with this character. They want to make sure that he's the villain, right? The main villain. That's what you want. You want Thrawn to be the villain of your Mandalorian trilogy, or the villain of the Star Wars, this corner of Star Wars that you're working on right now. Hey,
because he's got to be the new Darth Vader, Derek. He's got to be the new Darth Vader. Now, he's not the same as Darth Vader. Why would you not
have Timothy Zahn in the mix? You know, it's funny because at Star Wars Celebration, the one in Europe, they said that they were going to consult Timothy Zahn. They said that they were going to do that. But
now we've got confirmation they're not.
They haven't done it. And this explains a lot about what's going on over there with Lucasfilm. For some reason, these folks don't understand the franchise, how to make sure that it works properly for the Star Wars fans that are still sticking around, because a lot of Star Wars fans have already, you know what, I'm checked out, I'm gone, I don't believe in this franchise anymore, and the people that are running this, running the show. But you still have guys like Timothy Zahn, in-house, sort of, so to speak, that you can bring in and say, okay, you created an amazing character in Thrawn. I'm going to bring you in and I'm going to allow you to consult with us and tell us everything that we missed out of the first season of Ahsoka. And not only that, but with Rebels, bring him in and sit him down and let him school you. But that's not what Disney is about. That's not what Dave Filoni wants to do. I don't understand it. The only thing is it has to be some sort of an agenda at play, that they don't want Thrawn to outshine any of the stars, or they don't know how to write him to a way where, because again, you think about the kind of character that Thrawn is. He'll be running circles around the Ahsoka that we got in Ahsoka season 1, along with Hera, along with Ezra. He'll be running circles around those guys if he's written the way Timothy Zahn wrote them. So if they're not doing that, go ahead.
Somebody who struggles to play checkers can't explain chess to you, okay?
Exactly.
That's what we've got here. And Derek, here's the thing. Let me break it down into money, okay? Because the audience, they so love for us to break this down into the beyond the fandom and into the industry. Here's the deal. You don't have a successful Star Wars trilogy ahead, which they must have to save the franchise, or else this thing is going dormant for a decade. You don't have a successful trilogy up ahead if you don't have a daunting villain. And right now they have a dawdling, toddler of a villain who's supposed to be a Machiavellian genius. Well, he's not. He's a mumbling, bumbling buffoon in blue. Derek, they need to get Timothy Zahn on there to help them write this character because they get one chance to write this ship. They get one set of trilogies. And by the way, if the Mandalorian Grogu movie doesn't take off, then this franchise doesn't take off. The Falcon is grounded.
Yep. And think about it. They have a amazing actor in Lars Mikkelsen to play Thrawn, who I thought is, he has the look. They brought him in a little heavy, I guess, for the Ahsoka, but nevertheless, he has the look and he has the acting chops. All they have to do is just write the character the way that we got him in the books. And they don't seem to have the ability to do that. So that's why you bring in Timothy Zahn. Look, we're not going to get this thing done right unless we bring back the master. Okay. All right. The one guy that everyone wanted to see Heir to the Empire, adapted, for 6 or 7, 8, 9, post Return of the Jedi. Everybody wanted to see that. That's Timothy Zahn. Get to work with it. I mean, good God. But what they're going to do is now that they've destroyed, Luke, Han, and Leia, and they want to probably, we're going to use the Heir to the Empire storyline and then give that to Ahsoka. That's probably what they're planning on doing. And, that's going to be a nightmare.
And Bo-Katan.
So I don't know if they're going to, but if they got right. But if they got Thrawn right, I think it all might work. If they got Thrawn right, but they can't get Thrawn right with Dave Filoni at the helm. He's already proven that.
They've got to set their pride to the side, Derek.
Yeah.
Now, you bring up the Zahn effect. I want to show you this because you're exactly right. For anybody who wonders, what are these guys doing? They're talking about a relic. Timothy Zahn hasn't written Star Wars books in forever. Folks are here to tell you Timothy Zahn is still outselling everything they're doing at Star Wars. Here's an article that came out more than 2 years ago. Star Wars fail. Barnes & Noble using Timothy Zahn to sell High Republic. Folks, get ready for this one. This is something else. It says, let's go to this paragraph. Earlier this week, we were tipped off that Barnes & Noble likely has a contractual obligation with Lucasfilm and Disney to provide prominent shelf space with a graphic marquee in order to sell the High Republic goods. We were also tipped off, however, that this has been an utter failure for selling the books. And so Barnes & Noble has taken to a different strategy altogether. Although the new books Disney wants to push are available on the shelf space made available to them, they have been pushed towards the floor. And we're told this is purposeful. Apparently, there's no language in the contract that forbids Barnes & Noble from putting other Star Wars content on the shelving space, and so they're doing exactly that. Instead of pushing High Republic on the High Republic section, which wasn't working, they're now using the area for decades-old Star Wars novels that are more popular, and we have the picture. Look, here at the top, Derek, there's the High Republic end cap marquee graphic, so you'll buy High Republic books, right? And that's what the contract says they got to do. And then what's below it? Timothy Zahn.
Yep.
Timothy Zahn.
Yep.
Timothy Zahn. Timothy Zahn. Timothy Zahn. Timothy Zahn. It's amazing. And guess what? The High Republic, it's stacked up on the floor. It's
down
stacked
at the bottom.
They had to put it on the end cap. It's in the contract. But they were not prevented from putting other Star Wars stuff. So they put Zahn, because Zahn is on when it comes to people buying the books after decades. They need this man back, Derek. They can't do it without him. They need to hide the hubris and tell Filoni, we have no time for more baloney. Get Zahn back. Get him on officially. Derek, final word on this one.
You would think that this is exactly what Dave Filoni would want, but like you said, it's pride and it's hubris getting in the way of telling an excellent story and, saving the franchise. Because frankly, right now, Star Wars is at the bottom of the ocean and it's not getting out of this anytime soon. We look forward to maybe the Skeleton Crew being better than the Acolyte, but is that going to save the franchise? No. And then what's coming after that? Maybe another Tales of the Jedi cartoon or something like that. And then we're going to be waiting a couple of years until we get the Mandalorian and Grogu. What if that's no good? You really have to start thinking long and hard over there at Lucasfilm, Dave Filoni, about making Timothy Zahn a priority in your life and making sure that this guy is a part of the team. If you don't want him to write it, you want to get the writing credits, bring him in as a consultant. That's what Timothy Zahn is asking for. But he doesn't want to see his creation ruined. All right. I, as a writer, I can only imagine what Timothy Zahn is going through, seeing your creation being just completely wrecked in the hands of some people that should know better. And based on everything that you read or you read to me in that article, where he's giving high praise, okay, to the folks over there at Lucasfilm. Yeah,
People that we would not. He's being very generous.
He's being very generous, but based on that, all I'm hearing is, he's giving these guys a chance. He's really, really throwing a leap of faith at these guys. I don't think this is the right move at all or the right thought process for Timothy Zahn, because we've seen what Lucasfilm has done with his work, and it ain't good. So yeah, crossing my fingers and hoping that they, some intelligence comes into the Lucasfilm franchise and they get Timothy Zahn on the horn and get him involved with this. I really thought after Celebration that they were going to do that, because that's what they said they were going to do, and it's clear that they haven't. So yeah, they got to figure this out and figure it out fast.
Folks, we hope you enjoy these exclusives. We've been dropping them day after day now. We had the Warwick Davis story. If you haven't seen that, go check it out, where there's now a voice rising up against Peter Dinklage saying, yeah, people of shorter stature, dwarf actors should get a chance. Now you've got this one straight from Timothy Zahn delivered to you. We are doing our best to begin the process of taking over where the journalists have abdicated. We are here to bring you the news proper. And folks, I'll tell you another thing. We are excited, very excited to let you know that we're planning, although some of the details are still in the works, but we're planning to have Derek Anderson on as a regular for the Pro Show in the future. Derek, it's going to be a great honor if we can work all that out in the end. But I think we're so close, it's okay to tell everybody out there. And I also would say, Derek, that you have had an explosive entry into YouTube. You are taking off, and it's very rare to see someone this successful. If poor Pro can talk English, I am not successful with apparently right now. Derek, tell the folks out there what you do on your slice of the web.
Well, I got the channel, Derek Anderson, the DA. Thanks to all of the subscribers that have come over from WDW Pro's channel. I appreciate you guys. We try to do a nightly stream, the Nightcap. We'll be having one on later on. And then we'll also be doing the DA's office. I've actually moved the day to Sunday nights. All right, so Sunday nights, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. Join us on the DA's office. We'll kind of wrap up the week and look forward to the week to come, along with daily videos. I'm usually putting out two or three videos a day, so look for those. But yeah, I'm just excited. I'm looking forward to being more a part of your Pro Show, the Pro Show. Pro, because I think it's a amazing show, great guests, great topics. Love having those conversations. So yeah, looking forward to more YouTube for me. It's going to be awesome.
Folks, I'm here to tell you, Derek, and I've told him this privately, he's going to be a big star on YouTube, and he already is in my book. So make sure you're subscribed so you can say, I was there back when. Folks, you can also help us send this video today out across the fruited plains of YouTube. Send it from sea to shining sea so that everyone can see what's going on with Star Wars. You do so simply by clicking the like button. Share, subscribe, click it, and stick it to those pesky algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Join a community dialogue, for a mind is a terrible thing to waste, and waste not yours. Folks, we are tracking the hurricane information. If you're watching this video close to its release, just know that we are tracking it. We have reporters on the ground with Disney in Central Florida. We are going to be making sure that their safety is at the top of the list. It's going to be actually rather difficult to cover this storm. We have procedures in place, but it could be actually very difficult to even get to the theme parks. And we're not sure the level of destruction and devastation that could happen. All that to say, folks, views on YouTube matter nothing in comparison to you. If you're in the way of this hurricane, get out of the way. Go somewhere else. We mean it. If you're in Central Florida, if you're even on the East Coast side, up near the St. Augustine area, Jacksonville, it's time. Go join all of those hospitable people in Georgia and Alabama, South Carolina, even Tennessee if you have to go find hotels that far north. But go find a place where your neighbors are ready to take care of you and go back once it's safe and sound. If you do choose to evacuate, remember to take your pets with you, because it can be a very bad situation once everybody's gone and your pets are left there. It's not good, and your pet may not make it. We want you to take those pets if at all possible. All right, folks, we hate to end on such a dour note, but sometimes we have to when we are dealing with the reality of potential catastrophes. take care of yourselves, and wherever you are and whatever you're doing, keep learning, keep growing. As ever, keep having fun.
Clickbait. Fraud. Drama queen. Ugh. I wish there was a channel that was 5 to 6 minute news reads without the drama, frauds, and clickbait that could accurately let me know the current news, providing my crucial context utilizing all the different That Park Place contributors and creators.
Well, stupid. There is. It's the That Park Place YouTube channel, which will be going live real soon, so make sure you're subscribed so you can really stick it to the algorithms.
You're joking.
Nope.